Commandments. 10 Commandments. My son, forget not my law, but let thine heart keep my commandments. If you keep my commandments you shall abide in my love, as I have kept my Father's commandment and abide in his love. You shall have no other gods before me. You shall worship the Lord your God, and him only you shall serve. You shall not make idols. Thou shalt not tempt the Lord thy God. Man shall not live by bread alone, but by every commandment that's coming out from the mouth of God. You shall not take the name of the Lord your God in vain. You shall not forswear thyself, swear not at all, neither by heaven, nor by earth, nor by Jerusalem, neither shalt thou swear by thy head. Remember the Sabbath day, to keep it holy. But it is lawful to do good, to save life on the Sabbath days. Honor your father and your mother. Don't say I have done enough for you, is a gift to God in heart, and dishonor your father and mother, and don't make commandment of God none effect. You shall not murder. Don't be angry with your brother without a cause, and don't say him worthless shall be equal to the punishment of murder and has a judgment to hell fire. You shall not commit adultery. Men who look on women with lust after her has committed adultery with her. Women who look on men with lust after him has committed adultery with him. You shall not steal. Don't devour widows or widower by making long prayers shall receive greater damnation. You shall not bear false witness against your neighbor. Thou shalt not judge, so that you be not judged. For what judgment you shall judge, you will receive the same judgment. You shall not covet. Take heed, beware of covetousness, for one's life doesn't consist in the abundance of things he possesses. Special Commandments. You shall love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy might. Believe on Jesus Christ is same as believe on God who sent him. Those who believe on him should not abide in darkness. You shall not avenge, nor bear any grudge against the children of thy people, but thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. You love one another, as Jesus have loved you, and you love one another. Those hate their brothers is still in darkness. As Father has loved me, so have I loved you, continue in my love. If ye love me, keep my commandments. If you love me and keep my commandments, you shall be loved by my Father, and I will love him and manifest myself to him. If ye love me, keep my commandments. Think not that I am come to destroy the law, or the prophets. I am not come to destroy, but to fulfill. For verily I say unto you, till heaven and earth pass, one jot or one tittle shall in no wise pass from the law, till all be fulfilled. Whosoever therefore shall break one of these least commandments, and shall teach men so, he shall be called the least in the kingdom of heaven, but whosoever shall do and teach them, the same shall be called great in the kingdom of heaven. If ye abide in me, and my words abide in you, ye shall ask what ye will, and it shall be done unto you. If a man abide not in me, he is cast forth as a branch, and is withered, and men gather them, and cast them into the fire, and they are burned. Bless the Lord, yet his angels, that excel in strength, that do his commandments, hearkening unto the voice of his word. The works of his hands are verity and judgment, all his commandments are sure. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, a good understanding have all they that do his commandments, his praise endureth forever. Praise ye the Lord. Blessed is the man that feareth the Lord, that delighteth greatly in his commandments. With my whole heart have I sought thee, O let me not wander from thy commandments. I am a stranger in the earth, hide not thy commandments from me. Thou hast rebuked the proud that are cursed, which do err from thy commandments. I will run the way of thy commandments, when thou shalt enlarge my heart. Make me to go in the path of thy commandments, for therein do I delight. And I will delight myself in thy commandments, which I have loved. My hands also will I lift up unto thy commandments, which I have loved, and I will meditate in thy statutes. I made haste, and delayed not to keep thy commandments. Teach me good judgment and knowledge, for I have believed thy commandments. Thy hands have made me and fashioned me, give me understanding, that I may learn thy commandments. All thy commandments are faithful, they persecute me wrongfully, help thou me. Thou through thy commandments hast made me wiser than mine enemies, for they are ever with me. Depart from me, ye evildoers, for I will keep the commandments of my God. Therefore I love thy commandments above gold, yea, above fine gold. I opened my mouth, and panted, for I longed for thy commandments. Trouble and anguish have taken hold on me, yet thy commandments are my delights. Thou art near, O Lord, and all thy commandments are truth. Lord, I have hoped for thy salvation, and done thy commandments. My tongue shall speak of thy word, for all thy commandments are righteousness. If they break my statutes, and keep not my commandments, then will I visit their transgression with the rod, and their iniquity with stripes. Give ear, O my people, to my law, incline your ears to the words of my mouth. I will open my mouth in a parable, I will utter dark sayings of old, which we have heard and known, and our fathers have told us. We will not hide them from their children, shewing to the generation to come the praises of the Lord, and his strength, and his wonderful works that he hath done. For he established a testimony in Jacob, and appointed a law in Israel, which he commanded our fathers, that they should make them known to their children, that the generation to come might know them, even the children which should be born, who should arise and declare them to their children, that they might set their hope in God, and not forget the works of God, but keep his commandments. Know therefore that the Lord thy God, he is God, the faithful God, which keepeth covenant and mercy with them that love him and keep his commandments to 1,000 generations. If thou wilt enter into life, keep the commandments. And I know that his commandment is life everlasting. Blessed are they that do his commandments, that they may have right to the tree of life, and may enter in through the gates into the city. I rejoiced greatly that I found of thy children walking in truth, as we have received a commandment from the Father. And now I beseech thee, Lady, not as though I wrote a new commandment unto thee, but that which we had from the beginning, that we love one another. And this is love, that we walk after his commandments. This is the commandment, that, as ye have heard from the beginning, ye should walk in it. Whosoever believeth that Jesus is the Christ is born of God, and every one that loveth him that begot loveth him also that is begotten of him. By this we know that we love the children of God, when we love God, and keep his commandments. For this is the love of God, that we keep his commandments, and his commandments are not grievous. For whatsoever is born of God overcometh the world, and this is the victory that overcometh the world, even our faith. Here is the patience of the saints, here are they that keep the commandments of God, and the faith of Jesus. Amen.